contradicting opinions here. Who are we going for as manager of the season? Babs, who's having everybody? Who's controlling them?
Listen, there's nobody better than Mikel Arteta. But I'm gonna have to be objective in this anyway. I think David Moyes deserves a shout. I think he's a great season at West Ham. He's proved a lot of people wrong, obviously. Obviously Pep, if he wins a title, which he obviously has already. So Pep, obviously because of what he's done again. What's that? His fourth league title or third league title now? So there you go. And he could obviously Champions League don't count, but he's about to also potentially win the Champions League. So he's had a great season as well. But do you know what? I'm gonna give it to David Moyes. I think he's proven a lot because Rodgers deserves a lot of credit as well, and Tuchel's coming as well, and blah blah blah. But no one expected West Ham to be where they are right now, and a lot of West Ham fans were saying before the start of the season that they could see themselves getting relegated. So the fact that they're in the Europa League now confirmed, I'm gonna go David Moyes.
Good shout. Chris, how about you?
I'm definitely gonna go David Moyes. He's put West Ham fans in a position where now a lot of them are saying they'll be disappointed if they don't get Europe. And for West Ham fans to even say that shows how good David Moyes has utilised that team. I think Pep definitely deserves a shot, obviously, because he's won the league. Maybe even Bielsa, because Leeds have done well for what everyone thought they would do. I think a lot of people actually thought they would do well because of the heavy metal football they play, but definitely David Moyes too for me, anyways.
Okay, Z, are you with us? We got two shouts for Moyes here.
I'm not if I go with Bielsa, to be fair, just purely because they've come straight from the Championship, and the authority that they have on the pitch whenever they play any team. It's crazy to see, and it's crazy to think that they were in the Championship the season before. And I think that that Leeds team, if they had 3 or 4 better players, I think they'd be even further up the table. I'd have to give it to Bielsa.
Bielsa, okay. Curran, are you on that train as well?
Mine is Bielsa as well. Mine's just clearly Bielsa. I mean, the fact is with the Bielsa team, that's the whole point. It's a Bielsa team. It's a very high energy, run first, swarm the ball. Let's get the ball back. Bielsa press. Let's really buy into the system, and his players buy into that system, and he has an authority over that team. And the reason why they are still going to be in the Premier League this next season is because of Bielsa. Because let's be honest, some of those players under a different manager are not cut out for it. They do have a lot. They do have a couple of really good world-class players and future world-class players, the likes of Meslier, Bamford, Rafinha. They do have some really good players, but if you look at that team, it's him. He is that team. And the reason they will finish in the top half of the season, which let's not forget, remember Sheffield United last season, they finished 8th. Was it 7th or 8th or something like this? And everyone gave Chris Wilder all these plaudits, all the overlapping centre backs, yada yada yada. This is the way of the future. But Bielsa hasn't changed his system. He has kept every single top 6 team who's gone to Leicester has not won at Leicester. Leeds has not won at Leeds. And there's a good reason for that, and that is because of Bielsa, I feel. So I get the Moyes shouts, I get the Pep shouts, I even get the Ollie shouts because Ollie has done very well this season as well. Let's be real. Like they are second in the league, and at one point in November they were looking like they were in our range. So there are other shouts, but for me it's Bielsa. Bielsa has done a very, very good job of this season.
I want to give credit to Dean Smith as well.
His team's
gone up. His team's gone from relegation, just narrowly missing our relegation, to now top half or nearabouts top half.
What about? Like I know it's a bit of a hit to take, but the way that Newcastle recovered with Willow, like they went from relegation.
I'd give that to Joe Willow.
Don't give it to him. Their fans hate him. Some Newcastle fans I'm speaking to hate the fact they're staying up because Steve Bruce is staying.
I get that, but the point I'm making is from where they were to getting almost double the amount of points as Sheffield United.
that change has come after I think they employed new coaches that came in when Willett came in as well. So that change has come when they've
Yeah, of
improved from
course.
that.
I'm not,
But
let me
look,
get this straight. I'm not saying it should be. I'm saying there has been a great recovery.
and also look, if Brendan Rodgers is able to get top 4
Brendan
once he's won
Rodgers,
the FA Cup
for sure.
as well, he deserves that. Like, if he gets Leicester, this is what the 3rd season in a row where Leicester was 2nd at least, where Leicester have challenged for top 4, and they were there for the most of the season anyway.
I don't
So
think they should have even been battling for the 4th that they are now. They
So
should
we've
have
got, so we've basically got, let me round this out. We've got a couple, kind of shouts that, deserve mention outside the traditional. We got your Dean Smith, Bielsa, and Moyes. So I think carry probably the biggest arguments from the ones that we've discussed, particularly from their impact on the team. If we're looking purely, where did you see them finishing at the start and where have they performed? I think those are 3 that are worth debating. I will put Pep for the same argument that I've used for Kane when we looked at player of the season. I know it's a generic choice, but if we're looking at the Premier League manager of the season, 37 games, 26 wins. The most wins, 6 more wins than United, who's the next closest. If you're looking at their impact on Europe and where they are, they're also in a Champions League final. So when you combine both output, but also what he's done, I think changing the system, which I don't think many people look at as quite different. Pep has changed the system quite significantly to be much more defensively robust. It's been a coaching change that's resulted in their success this season. You have to give the argument for somebody that has created the output this season. But I'm with you guys. I really like the Moyes shout, particularly because if we're looking at pure impact about where you expected the teams to start and where they finished, I think Moyes is the excellent candidate for that argument if we're making that side. But I do throw in Pep just because he's been the best and the best team in the league, and you can't not fault these pure statistics in terms of his team. He's had the most wins, his goal difference is amazing. He's gonna win the league on it clearly by over 11 points, and he's competed on all fronts. So I use this. Let's try to maybe wrap it up. I think it's really between Moyes, because I do want to pick somebody that's of the argument who has outperformed, and I think Moyes is probably the standout. If I'm being honest, maybe I'm being executive there.
Sorry, just to interrupt, but are we going to say that? Are we not going to agree that Moyes' team last season did underperform as well? It wasn't just because it makes the swing look so dramatic, but it's not like Moyes' team was so rubbish that they should have finished where they finished last season, and that way we can just say, okay, they've gone from such a crap team to such an amazing team.
It's tough. I do look at this season, though. I want to make the delineation because we've made that point from others. So Mane, for example, wasn't even a shout in the left wing because he had an excellent last season, but a poor one this season. So I do want to keep it this season specific. And from this season, if you were to look at West Ham, if you were to look at Leeds, and you were to look at Aston Villa, and then you were to look at their output in the table, I'd argue Moyes is higher, and the gap between what you thought they would be to where they actually are is highest with West Ham and Moyes. So, for example, I think Leeds, everybody expected them maybe not to get relegated, but would be a good mid-table team. I think Aston Villa, everyone thought they could be in trouble, but they should be enough to have a mid-table team. I think West Ham, to be challenging for top 4 and certainly a position in top 6 guaranteed, after being quite a mid-table team expectation, is probably the biggest jump in places. But maybe I'm wrong. What do you guys think?
No, I can. I don't have any. I can make my peace. The only thing I would say is the only thing I would say for Bielsa is that Bielsa is not something that you can say, can he replicate it next season? Bielsa has a system that he's perfected and made sure that is what has worked against a lot of the top teams in this league. And I personally, I would say Bielsa, but I'm more than happy to say Moyes because this West Ham team.
The only pushback I'll say on Bielsa, and I don't do it, and even Dean Smith, is just to let everyone know, they both have 15 losses this season, whereas West Ham has 11. And that's in the Premier League, right? Like out of 37. Yeah. So it seems like just in terms of pure output, if again we're doing the Premier League standpoints, I think that Moyes probably has to be your candidate for the one that's overachieved.
Yeah,
So we agree Moyes is manager of the
Yeah,
season.
I can agree with Moyes. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Awesome. Is Pep deserving? Is there a debate, or are we all bored on Moyes, lads? Is
No,
there
for me,
anybody?
it's
I'm
Moyes.
happy with Moyes.
Moyes.
It's Moyes. Then Oli deserves a mention, but Moyes.
Yeah,
Moyes deserves
Z.
Moisey.
Moyes. Okay, I'm happy with that.